Hello Norrathians, this is Vass, and I am standing in the Neriak portion of Six Flags over Norrath. Today I plan on working on the kitchen, which is going to be basically this whole area here. This whole floor will be the kitchen area. Now it's not going to be the traditional kitchen that I normally make, where it's all pretty and fancy and got all the clean essentials of a kitchen. This one, since it is in a spooky environment, I am going to go for a more dingy, dirty look. So I've grabbed a few items that I know I'm going to be using. And I tested this out. The bookcase does fit in the good, so that will block off the balcony there. And I'm gonna do, I was thinking of doing the same thing over here, but that's a lot of cabinets to fill up, or shelving to fill up. So what I might actually do is seal this off. I'm just debating if I want to seal it off from this point I think I might seal it off from this point, because the main thing is I want this area here. So let's see if I take my narrow divider, blue marble here, I do wish I could fly in here sometimes. I'm just curious if I can get this with one divider. Looks like I can. Let's run up the stairs, make sure it's not clipping through. You know what? Let's bring this one up to see where it goes. Okay, it goes there. Wonder if I can rotate it around to match this stair and do it from here. Let me get on the other side. It's technically here, it'll line up with the top of the stairs here. Okay, that looks good up here. A little bit more down. Now let's see what it looks like down here. Okay, it looks good there. How far in the ground? Oh, it's not that far in the ground at all. So that's good. Actually, is it all the way to the ground? It's not quite, so I can go down a little bit further. Ah, it starts to disappear. So I've got to be right at the ground. So that lets me know I cannot sink anything in this house. If I sink anything into the floor, it's going to disappear. That's not good, but it's good to know now. At least beyond the center point. If I flipped it upside down, it would probably work. Unless the center point, which is currently at the bottom. Yeah, see, I can't grab it now. That's not good. Okay, time to use the house. And this is a narrow divider of blue marble. Being that it's a Neriak house, I probably have a bunch of them. Okay, so maybe it's blue marble narrow divider. Ooh, I only have one. Good. Let's move it. Raise it up. Okay, so I'm going to line this up again. But this time, I'm going to flip it upside down. Skulls, there you are. Bring you up, get a new from difference, go over to the layout editor. And I was working on my TOT house, which is not being live streamed. What I'm thinking is for the trick or treat house, the Knights of the Dead house swap, I'm thinking I might just go in, do portions of the house, and then do a video of that, or I might do the whole house and video it after. That way I don't risk the owner of the house seeing the house before they actually go and see it in real life. Or game life, that is. Okay, 180 roll. Load that up. Okay, there you are. Let's bring you down. Okay, you're not seen. And you look like you're almost to the floor. Hopefully it won't disappear since I flipped it. I can still grab it. Good. So I've got that part done. Got the bookcase over here, or the pantry. So I need to do the cabinetry. Let's see, do I have, is it, it's Nexus. Do I have Nexus? Tile of Nexus. I do have narrow, tall divider. I'm thinking tall divider is gonna work best. So it's fault bag 5. Oh good, I've got a bunch of them. Because this would go with this floor pattern quite nicely. And I want to use this as a backsplash for the sink and the stove and that kind of thing. Before I do that, let's go ahead and get our little half wall here. Which this is what my thoughts are for the half walls. Thinking I'm gonna use some books. So I've got a couple options here. This one and this one. These are the largest books, or a couple of the largest books that we have that can scale quite big. So what I might do, let's see if I can get that. That looks pretty good. Okay, line that up. It's probably going to be too big. And it disappears when it gets to the floor, so I'll have to flip them. But as far as the scale, they are too big. Because I don't want it sticking out on the sides. I do want the railing as trim. Let's see, how close are you? Oops, other side. Okay, so you can go bigger. And if I move you over, to where you're just barely showing it on this side. How does it look on this side? It's just barely showing it on that side, so that's good. So I will put you over here. And save you, move you up. It kind of gives it that wood tone without actually using the building blocks for it. So let's flip you over, 180 roll. And bring you up. Come over here, bunny. Thank you. Can make you a little bigger. Okay. So that is a little too big because it's showing through on this side. Now for the tricky part, lining this up. Of course you're gonna go down. I want to line this up to where it's just behind the railing. It's a little crooked, but I could probably fix that with the layout editor. Okay, so that done with the layout editor should cover up the little spindles. Let's put this at 45, see if that works. Okay, that makes it worse. So this angle is a bad angle. So 42.5. So I think it was at 43. That's too far. So 40, let's put it at 43. Maybe it was 43 point something. Okay, that's better. Now if I shift it a little bit this way, will I be able to get rid of the overlap here? Which of course that's a weird shift. Now see, it only shows it every once in a while. Certain way you look at it, you'll see it. There, I don't see it. Here I do. Just a visual glitch. So southeast approximately. So we'll do 0.002 southeast. Okay. I don't see it here. And I don't see it there. So good. So it's this one, yes. 1, 2. So the bad thing is since it's at a weird angle, I'm not going to be able to use the layout editor to simply do it. Can use the layout editor to tweak it, but not to simply move it into place and move on. Let's do 4 for now. If I need a 5th, I can do a 5th. Okay, so I've got the larger one here. And copy that one and paste it to these. And let's move it all of them 1 to the northeast. We'll just do 1 for now, just to see how it moves. Okay, see 1's a bit much, moves it too far. So if I go back 0.1 to the southwest a couple of times. Okay, That's better. And then to the northwest. Too far. So let's do 03. And it's southeast. So 03 southeast. Not far enough. And we're getting closer. So let's shrink our number down. Okay, that's better. I've got a little bit of a line there, so I need to fix that. And do that by adding a 0 in the middle there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 0.005. That's better. It's starting to bleed through though. And I think there's quite a bit of overlap. So let's back this way, couple. Okay, overlap is almost gone. So maybe one more will get rid of that. Okay, that gets rid of that. It does start to bleed through though. And then let's do a couple this way, which is northeast. We will do 0.01 northeast. I'll probably have to readjust. Oh, that's better. There we go. So I've got those. I have no idea what combination of numbers that should be, but I know it wasn't 1. So let's do 0.9, and it is northeast. So I've got those 3 this time instead of the 4. So now I just need to move it this way. So 0.01, and this is southeast, so it'd be northwest. Not far enough. And we're just working with the bottom 3 right now. I did it 2 times. Okay, that looks like it works. Okay, so now I need to do, oh, I got a little bit of bleed through, so I can do northwest a couple. There we go. It's a little too far now. Don't ask me why I try to get everything so perfect. Okay, that's better. Okay, so 2 to work with now. So we'll do 0.9 again to the northeast. And then we will do 0.1 to, let's see, that's southeast, so it's going to be northwest. Nope, too far. Oop, just the 2. So southeast. Too far. So 0.01 northwest 3 times. Okay, that's better. Got a little bit of bleed through again. Just working with those two. So let's do 0.001 northwest a couple of times. And of course it would be one too many probably. Okay. It's not perfect, but it's getting there. Other side is looking good. So I've got one more to work with. So 0.9. And it is northeast. And then it is 0.01 northwest. And then 0.001 northwest, I think. Not quite. Now, was it another 0.01 northwest? Okay. There we go. And I do need one more. So putting down 5 was right. So I'm going to copy this one to this one. Now the other side, I'm probably not going to do that. I'm probably going to fill that in, so I'm not really worried about that. And I don't have to worry about doing that here. It's just this section I wanted to have a small little divider, and then you can see through to the pantry here. Did I save? I did now. Okay, so larger one, we'll copy that and paste it here. And we will do 0.9 northeast. And then we'll do 0.03 northwest and 0.001 northwest. There we go. Got it in the end. The only thing is I got that little bit right there that I don't really care for. So if I were to pitch this one up, okay, let's do it in here. Let's change the pitch to 89.897. It's the wrong way. So negative 89.897. There we go. Now I need to move it over and down. So let's do 0.4 northeast and down. It's close, but by moving it over, I caused it to go back. So if we do 0.01 northwest And again. And let's go down and start going back. I think that's got it. So now I don't have that white bit showing. Okay, so now for this, what I want to do is use these blue books. And we will start out with them this way. Make them as large as they can be. And of course, it is off. I don't know if you can tell, this whole house is a little bit twisted. But if you look at the dots on the right side of the book, when I touch the back of the book against the dot, it's way away from the front. So let's hold down Alt and scroll. That gets closer, and that's a little too far. So this is going to be close. Probably close enough. So what I'm going to do now is I've got this one in here. I'm going to raise it up. And I'm going to roll it 90. Okay. Bring it over here. Raise it up. Okay, so for this one, it is going off at an angle. So let's save that. We'll lift it to get a new from difference. And the rotation's at 88. Let's try 89. Um, 90 is probably the wrong way. Yep. So instead of 88, it should be 87. And that's a little too far, because as you can see over in the corner where the top part of this banister is, it's starting to show through. So let's see, 7.5. Okay, that's better, but it looks like it's larger at the bottom here on the right than it is on the left, so it's still not perfect. Maybe 88 was good. Yep, let's go with 88. So now I need some more of those books. Probably only need the 3. And this is to give me a countertop workspace. So I've got this one. I'm going to raise this one. Raise all of these so I can get a new from difference. And then copy them. So I'm going to copy this one to these. And let's try moving it 1 to the south. And then I'll do the same thing with these, just those two, an extra one to the south, and then this bottom one, an extra one. Okay. So as you can see, the house is wonky because it's not lining up, so it's not really south. It is more east by southeast. So I'll have to move those in, but one wasn't enough. So let's grab these into another additional 0.1 south, get rid of that one, south, get rid of that one, and go south. Okay, same thing, wasn't enough. And I'm just holding control to deselect. And I'm trying to go slow, but still not too terribly slow. That way everyone can see what I am doing. Oops. Okay, that's pretty close. I mean, at this point, I should start moving it inward, which will be southeast. Which will probably make it get separated too much. Yep. Southeast was too much by 0.1. So let's do a 0.02 northwest. Okay, that's a little bit better lined up. Not quite, as you can see down here, compared to down here. So we'll do a little bit more tweaking to get it right. Now, if I use a tile for scaffolding, hopefully these will stay in position. And they're trying to make the scaffolding perfect, and it doesn't need to be. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to copy my height. Okay, so save this, and then I'm just going to manually move this one over. Should have did this in the beginning. Got a little bit of flicker. Hopefully I can move it over just enough to get rid of that. Okay, I think I got it. It's a little too far this way, but that's okay. It's just a little chipped. That's what it is. Okay, last one. Now the only reason why I saved the up-down coordinates is if it looked like they fell below or popped up above the others, I could just paste that in there to have it at the same height all the way across so it's flat instead of up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, so the countertop is in. And I've got where are they? Yep. Okay, this one. And again, I've got to tweak this a bit. So let's do this at a -2. Okay, does that look good? Other than the fact that it's disappearing. 1 up. Thank you. Yep, that looks damn near perfect. Okay, so I've got this back here. So what I'm gonna do, and that is why I put the blue marble there, is, did I have a narrow? It might be quicker for me to just search for a narrow one. Yeah, because it's gone off my screen already. So let's see. Nexus. These would not be in the broker. I do have narrow. It is inventory bag 1. So it's probably here. Nope. Indium. Plain ash. Right there. I think these cubes will be the same. Yep, they're the same once they're lined up, the same height. So I've got this one here. I'm gonna flip it around. So 180. Now it doesn't look like much right now, but that's all because it's in my brain. I know what I want to do, I just have to accomplish it. Okay, so that's there. And now if I copy this to this one, copy the tall one to the narrow, and then rotate it 90, it'll keep that -2 rotation already. Okay, come on. Rotate 90. Thank you. So the center point is at the center point of that one. So to move it out, I can move it 1, 2, be west. Oh, nope. It is 0.5. My bad. 0.5 east. Okay. So now from here, I can move it over. Now they should be overlapping a bit. Yeah, because of the center point being in the center of the divider. Right in the center of the divider. It's not on this side or that side of it. It's in the center, so that's where it's lining it up. It's lining the edge of this one to the center. So I can bring this over and I should be able to line this up. Come on, you were there and you moved. You thought you could get closer. Okay, so this one needs to come in a bit, I think. I jumped through the books. Okay, so now it looks like it is lined up, but it's a little low. There we go. So I've got my backsplash / wallpaper started. Now I just need to do the same thing. I shrink this one down so I can see the difference. So this and this. And that's the larger one. Copy and paste it to this one. And let's move it to, which is not going to be perfect, to the north, because the house is wonky. And I probably pulled my scaffolding too soon. I'll have to go through and make sure these are all lined up good as far as height. Okay, that looks like it's lined up good. It's just too high. Okay, so I know this one is the different one. So the height of the narrow, I'll copy that and I will paste it on the others so they will be exactly the same height. This one is skewed. Yep. So this one needs to come back more. You can barely see where the overlap is. So that's good. And I don't see any flickers. It looks like it's one solid piece. We're good. Okay, so now it looks like I'm going to need 2 narrow dividers over here. So it's picking up the purples from the floor, but it's also got the blues from the building and the grays from the wall. So I think this tile will go good in this zone. Let's see, let's make you smaller. Let's go ahead and do 2 of you. And get that save. And then raise this one up. Okay, so copying the large one here. So I've got all 3 there. And of course it's sinking. I should have left my scaffolding up. I might have to do a large one here after all. Because if I put this here, it's not completely lined up. But if I put that one there and then line up this one to the outside edge of this, you're gonna see it, as you can see right there. So it does look like I'm gonna have to well, maybe not. Maybe I can get away with it. No, I'm gonna have to use a large one. Okay, so we'll save this one. This will raise, and we will paste that height that we copied earlier so it can be the same height as the others. There we go. And this one that's back here, we're going to shrink it down. Now these are not going to line up on this end. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. So the large one is here. We're going to copy that one, paste it to this one. So I've got the duplicate there. But when you're doing wallpaper and tiling, it doesn't always line up perfectly when you get to a corner, as I know from doing it myself. Many times. And that looks pretty good there. Let's see, if I take this one and move it and paste my height. It was a little off because the numbers did change, but not by much. Now it's the same height as every one of the others. Okay, so I've got that part in. Now what I was thinking is up here at the top having a set of cabinets and a piece at the top to where you have an opening for plants. But for the plants there, like I did it in my acorn house that I did. I had vines and stuff across the top because it's an acorn house. But instead of the flowers being regular flowers, it'd be all dead flowers and stuff like that. So I think that could work there. The ceiling around here, I'm actually thinking I'm gonna wall that off. Do I have blue marble tiles? If not, I can use the wood. I know I have those. Yeah, the plain ash tiles, I could use those. Okay, so let's move this one and we will roll it 90. We'll bring it to the edge here. And this is actually the first Neriak palace I've done. So I'm new to this particular house and its quirks. Okay, I'm not going to be able to get that by hand. I'm going to have to use the layout editor on that. But let's see if I can get it. See, that's just barely overlapping on the bottom, but it's not quite tall enough. But if I make it a little bigger and raise it up, still not quite tall enough. Wait, is there blue trim on the outside? There is, but I don't think I can go that far out. No, I can't. Yeah, I won't reach it. So, let's see. I'll need to go a little bigger. Make sure it's not poking through the columns. We're good here. Raise it up. Okay, that is probably, yeah, it's all the way to the ceiling. So we're good there. And let's see what that rotation is. Okay, let's do -2. So I think that's what it was before. Yeah, -2. And move it to the west just a bit. 0.002 to the west. So now you get the idea of what I'm shooting for here. So that works there. I'll need to do a triangle there though, and the triangle does not look the same. So might have to do a blue marble triangle on those pieces. And the same thing on these stairs. Maybe even one blue marble triangle here, one blue marble triangle there, and a tall divider there. That's what I'll probably have to do. Unless I do, well, I could do the wall on the outside. Duh. Okay. Plain ash tile. Rotate you around. And make you bigger. As big as I can get you without going through. We'll raise you up to start. Save that. And roll. My rotation should be negative 47, I would guess. Which would be the negative 45 plus 2, a negative 2. That doesn't necessarily mean it is, because this whole staircase could be wonky. I'd like to bring it out further, I just don't know if I can without it showing through. Oh, I think I got it. Doesn't show through there or there. Okay. Side is okay. So I've got that one in place. Let's grab another one. And we will copy this one. And move this one up. Paste that one. This is 3.2 roughly, so if we did 6.4, because 3.2 would put it to the center point of the other one, and I need to go another 3.2 to get to the outer edge. So there we are. Let's see. Looks like you go all the way up. Let's make sure you don't go all the way up into here. You do a little bit. So I wonder if I can bring, well, that part might be okay. Because of the fact that I can do another one on top of here to go further up. Or I could use that as a baseboard and put a wallpaper or whatever, depending on what this will be. Dining room is going to be up here. And of course one of these sections is going to be blocked off because you'll only be able to go up one side then down the other. All the way up to the top, which will be the master bedroom. And they'll have a closet and a sitting area probably. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm okay with that for now. If I need to, I can tweak it. I mean, I could always lower both of these down a little bit probably, because the floor is probably a little thicker based on what I'm seeing from this trim work. The floor is probably a little thicker, so I can go through the floor a bit. And since the center point is here in the center bottom of the tile, it shouldn't disappear when I sink it. Now, here's the toughie. Should I use... Oh, I see those books. That's gonna annoy me. That right there. I can see that, and it's going to annoy me. Okay, so this is southeast. So let's do 0.001 southeast. Well, they all do it from a distance, though. But it's not that bad. Let's do this, this. Hi, Bay. I'm working on the Neriak portion of Six Flags Over Norrath again. So southeast, we'll do it a couple of times. If it sticks through the other side, it's not that big of a deal. I can deal with it. I just don't want to see that shimmer with the railing. It does stick through at angles. Oh, I said I can deal with it and I can't. Let's go back a little bit. It's just that one. Come on. Just this one. Work for me. Okay, so that works. So I can either do this again over here, which might not be a bad idea. Or I could use these, but if I use these, let's see, plain ash tile. The plain ash tile would get small enough. So that could work. And then the spindles here could be the separations of the cabinet doors, and then the only item that I would have to use for this are the door handles. So that could work. So let's do that. Because this wood is the same color texture of the wood that's in the house already, so let's raise you up, get you about to the middle. Now we will use the layout editor to roll you over. Let's see, 90 roll. See, I don't mind that at all. Maybe a little further back to give it a more solid look on the front. Yeah, like that. Of course, it is a little crooked, so let's fix that. Oops. So let's do our -2 again, because this whole house is twisted by a -2. Okay. And you've got to come up. So that will work. It's going to take quite a few. That's basically one section. That'll be another section. So 1, 2, 3, probably 4 more. Do I have 3 on me. I mean, I could make them a little bigger, I guess, because I can bury some of it into the floor and the countertop. Okay, let's go down. Now I've forgotten which side it's on. You're not gonna notice it if it is sticking through though. Okay, need a cheat to get back up. So I don't have to run through the whole maze of a house again. Okay, so now that I've made it a little bigger, I actually need to bring it out some more. And raise you up. And get you right up under the books at the top. Okay, so you work. Okay, save those, load them up in the editor. So let's basically make this 1.6 and then I can move it down if it pokes through. And this one I'm going to copy and paste these. And we will get close to where we need to go. So 1.2, and what direction do I need to go? North. North, and control click to get rid of that one. North on those two, control click, and north on that one. It is so close. So close. If I could do... Let's see, let's try 0.8. So 0.8 sticks through, but if I lower this down, I doubt it will stick through the bottom. Okay, it is on the east side, which is basically where I just came through. I don't see it anywhere. I don't see it sticking through. I mean, it would be over here maybe. Let's see, the pathway goes up that way. So it might even be inside these boards. Okay, let's cheat to get in. Hit escape. Okay. So this one does work at a scale of 8. So let's copy this and paste them here. And then we will move them down 0.2. Let's see how that goes. Okay, down 0.2. Let's go ahead and start off by moving all of it to the north 0.2. Might be too far, we can go back. Actually, it's okay. Where's the pivot point? The center point. It's right there. So yeah, 0.2 is pretty much right buried into the pillar. So that's about as far over as I can go. Otherwise, you'll see through. Okay, so now let's do the rest of these. It's a scale of 0.8 now, so I need to go 1.6 to the north. I'm going to do this real quick. I just did this so y'all know what I did. Okay, so that is better. I managed to do that with 4 tiles. I mean, I had to bring them in because the house is wonky, but which is basically for every one you have to go 0.2, something like that. But as long as I get them close, then I'm good. Let's see. Maybe I can do it by hand without pulling the rest of my hair out. Don't grab a moving item in the house, please. Sometimes if you've got a moving item, like a tinkered item or something like that in a house, it will grab it if you're in first person. No matter if you're clear across the zone and you've got 20 walls in between you, it will bypass those walls just to grab that moving item. And that also, every bit of moving items that you have in the house adds to your drop in frame rates. So it will make your house hard to move around in. People will get lag because of every moving item. I really wish that wasn't the case, but it is. And now I can't grab it. Grr. Let's do this. Reload. Thank you. Just gonna make sure that when I move this in place that it is not sunk like that. I'm sure that I can line these up with the layout editor so they match good as far as the height goes. Let's go ahead and get our height. Actually, I don't even need to do it from there. This first one, this height right here is what I need. So I just need to copy that. And once I get these into place... Oh, and this kind of sucks. Because I'm right there at the edge. I could do this with 3 tiles, not 4. All that. Okay. Move you. Move you. Okay, save that. 1, 2, and 3. I went from 5, thinking I needed 5 tiles, to being able to probably do this with 3. So that's good. That's how you save on your item count. So let's change this to... We'll try 1. We'll try 1. The default scale of 1. And paste those, which means I can move an even 2 to the north, and again, and then maybe 0.2 on these to the south and to the south. Might be 0.02. Oops, not south. I just moved them to the north. 1, 2. So I'm facing east, so it needs to be west. 0.2 west and 0.2 west. Yep, 0.2 is too far. Let's go back 1 east and another one east. Yep, so it looks like it would have been 0.02. So let's do 0.08 to the east and to the east. No, it wasn't. West, west. Closer. Just a matter of getting it closer. 0.01 east and east. Okay, that is pretty much right up against each other. So now let's move all of these down 0.1. Okay, can I still grab it? Yes, I can. Okay, so let's go down 0.1 again. Can still grab it. That's good. Make sure it's not poking through the floor. Oh, why am I trying to grab it when I can run right through it? Okay, I do not see it. Sometimes you don't see it until you look at it at a certain angle, but I don't see it. So I think we're good. Now I'm dizzy. Okay. Moving right on through. Okay, so that's in place. So now all I have to do for this is to come back and put little doorknobs. And that will be my cabinets. And then the other side, I think we'll have, I'll do the stove, and probably built-in refrigerator. I might, no, I can't really do this one because that's one tile. But I might do it over on this side. Have a built-in fridge and a stove. I was hoping I would get further in this stream than I did. I gotta just keep in mind that this place is a little on the wonk, so I can't just build things how I want. I have to physically move things around. So I still have to come back and do this part, which if I've got, I don't think I have a blue marble pedestal on me. Let's see. Blue marble. There's a blue marble stair, divider pole. I don't have one on me. Let me go ahead and see about grabbing that because I might need a couple. I seem to be getting some lag in my chat or in my stream, which is not good. But I know YouTube did some update and there was issues with it with OBS. So hopefully OBS will have an update soon that will correct it. So let me go back up. I don't need to be running through the city. I need to go to my dungeon. City Fest. So we're starting out with a clean, nice looking kitchen, but I'm gonna tweak it up a bit and make it look ugly, look dirty, dilapidated, cobwebs, spiders, all that kind of stuff to give it that creepy vibe. Of course, you can't have a messy kitchen without a few rats in the kitchen. And I only have one pedestal table. Ew. I don't think that's gonna get big enough. We can try. If it doesn't, I can always use a railing or something like that. Yeah, that wouldn't work. But we could always use a railing or something. So I'm not really worried about that. And I've got some of these tables on me, so I'm okay there. Let's go ahead and leave. Okay, let's go back to the house. Yay, I beat the house loading. Okay, so pedestal table. Are you going to work or not? Oh, you actually might work. Yes, you might actually work. Nice. With room to spare. Because I only need it about like that. Okay, so do that. Bring that one down. Question is it going to affect the outside at all? Because I will have to have it stick through the wall. Because it needs to go that way, which is east. So we will go, and will it go in? To the east. Okay, it will go. It is not affecting the floor up above it. So that's good. I just want it just above. There we go. And I think that will work. And did I have blue marble railing? I have blue marble tiles in the bank. I have some in inventory. Column divider stair. I can use the stairs probably. Of course, it does not like landing on any of this stuff. Let's see. It is the center of that post. So if I put it here, it's basically the center of that post down there. Let's make sure this is pitched good or rolled good. Okay, why aren't you loading? There we go. And negative 90. Push it through. And of course I didn't push it through far enough. So let's load you back. Still didn't push you through far enough. Let's just do it this way. It's 2 down. And let's go 1 more down. Okay, that went through far enough. So that's good. So now I need to do the same thing over on this side. And then I'll do a block of counters here. And up above it will be the flowers. Okay, and there is a rail there. It should be the base of the stairs. So if I put it here, make it bigger. And let's get this one moved. Should be at negative 90, and let's move it down 3. Okay, not seeing it. Oh, it's because it's over here. I used stairs, but it's not really the stairs. It's gonna be like this. So I could do this. Not that. I want this piece. And then just move it to the south. Let's do 0.5 south. There we go. Now it has the strut. Well, it's bleeding through a little bit. Let's do negative 88 for the rotate. Nope, that's not right. Negative 90. That's better, but still not right. Negative 92. Okay, that's better, I think. Okay. So I'm liking that. Okay, get these utensils on the counter. The problem with this is there are multiple layers. So, if I sink this down, I'm going to lose part of the other stuff, but I think I can cover up the one big board right there. Actually, I think I want to keep that board. That way it looks like it can be folded up when they're done with it. And I have to put some gruel and all that kind of stuff, some cobwebs, that kind of thing over here. I might make a copy of this and put it over here. I just don't have another pedestal table. But no, because I want to have the stove, and the stove won't look right this. Okay, so I've got that part done. 1, 2, 3. That's probably going to be way too big up there. Yeah. If I buried it in there, it would still be way too big. So I'd have to do at least 4 across there. Which I don't think I have. Yeah, I only have 1, so I'm going to have to make some more supplies anyway. Let's see. We can just go down this side. I am looking for an item. I'm not sure if I put it down in the house already or not. I don't think I did. Oh, it's in my bank. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get it out of my bank. So there's a few things I have to do. Man, I still love how this house came out. Even from a distance, the look of it is nice. Oh, I did put one down here and I used it. That's the deal. Okay, so I have to come up with... I have to build some more items to use in here. So I'm at a good stopping point for today. So thanks for watching the stream, and I will catch y'all in the next episode.